TV. Music TV. Music TV.
Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, share this dog. Yo, 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 yo. I done came in early, but it's all good though. Cuz didn't even know I was in there early. I clicked in on accident, but that's all right since I'm such a G. Watch me run it till cuz come back real quick. ATs. I had hit the button on accident. So like I cut the commercial short, but I'm such a G. We're going to do it anyway. You there?
Yeah, you can't see me?
No, I just didn't pull you up because I had messed up. We are here though. This is J Live, Keep It P podcast, where we take news, situations, everyday occurrences, and we show how one could have and could not have been keeping it P. I'm always being joined by the one that's keeping it T, even on my downfall, brother. My man's got my back. Introduce yourself, Jack.
For the record, though, hashtag that. TZ Von Savage in the place to be.
But don't boom.
There was a B-box. This a B-boy stance.
You know what I'm saying?
Self-love. Self-love.
You know what I'm saying? On the realness side of the game. Dude. So, you know, I guess we got people out here that are designed to make the laws, that we vote them in, and we expect that, you know, that they are you shouldn't expect that there's some sort of kind of super citizens, as if, you know, they do no wrong, or
but the way they portray themselves,
right? Especially like when handing down laws and, you know, handing down sentences and making legislation to like attack said groups and the said people, right? But I want to show you this guy because he's all over the news, and I mean, when you're doing stuff like this, you need to be highlighted. But it goes, Missouri House member faces expulsion after investigation finds he sexually, physically abused his kids. So, I mean, not only is it on the lower rungs of society, like the everyday schmo Joe and the shorties, but I mean, it's in the hierarchy. Now, you would say to yourself, in a position as such, like, what is it? A house member? They got a nice salary. They shouldn't really wish or want for anything.
Healthcare, the best healthcare.
I mean, you got enough money, bro, to have like a weekly little supply stash of little chocolate if that's what you like, or any flavor you want. But yet and still, you at the crib, son.
On fondulations.
It goes on to say, hold on, because this is in 1990, Rick Roeber's 9-year-old daughter was tucked in bed wearing a long Simpsons t-shirt when he allegedly picked her up, took her into the living room, laid her on his bare chest, and placed his hand on her.
What kind of article is it? What is your...
The Huffington Post, the Washington Post. This sounds like porn.
What is that? Wow.
I don't even want to. Like, you see, I had to slow up. Like,
what's this? What's this? Is this an edition of Playboy?
Is this the Hustler?
I mean, literally, what's the Penthouse?
The now adult woman told lawmakers earlier this year in the testimony against Roeber, 65, now a Republican member in the Missouri House, "I didn't know what to do. I just froze. There I was, 9," she said in her testimony before the Missouri House Ethics Committee. Wow. So
You're disgusting.
and this is the kind of people.
This what y'all be voting in, man?
Thank you.
Missouri. What's up with y'all, man?
The incident was one of several disturbing stories recounted to the committee by Roeber's ex-wife and 3 of his 4 children, who accused the freshman lawmaker of terrorizing them while on alcoholic benders and regularly whipping his children with the belt. His ex-wife also said that he once drowned several puppies in a pond.
Oh, no, fam. Oh, no. Y'all know how you did Michael Vick, man. Come on, man. He owes the pay. Come on.
Man, dude.
Peter, where you at,
Now,
man?
somebody said, why does it take so long to get to it? If this don't got the most paragraphs at all, and I think I'm disturbed by the first paragraph out the gate, so I could just imagine where they're going in here. On Monday, a bipartisan committee unanimously recommended Roeber's expulsion. The House will vote later this week on a measure which would require a 2/3 majority. Uh-oh. That sounds like a chance of getting off.
Hold on, man. Remember, see, we're getting, there's some confusion in the article. We not talking about criminal charges.
I ain't heard not a charge yet.
See, this ain't an article about criminal charges. They're considering whether he should still be able to write in legislations.
Listen to this, Mayo. The state of and this is a quote from. It says the state of Missouri has failed these children over 20 years. The committee wrote. Although this committee cannot change the past, this committee can provide a clear record of Robert's abusive conduct. Provide a clear record, not ensure he doesn't do such heinous thing again by punishing him to the full extent of the law, like something like that.
You ain't even gonna do a study on his history to see if there's other victims?
In his testimony before the committee, Roeber denied the sexual and physical abuse and said he did not recall whether he used a belt on his children, according to the report. He also blamed the former wife for the breakup of the family and claimed that her bitterness had spoiled over to the kids. Wow.
Blaming the victim, huh?
Victim blaming. Roeber was combative, defensive, defiant, and at times angry during his hearing, according to the report. At one point, he said, "All my kids are Democrats and therefore involved in political hit." Wow.
Where's Me Too at?
His kids are involved in a political hit against him because they were Democrats, and they would accuse their fathers of such abuse. That is the craziest thing I've ever heard. So you're saying that the children that came from your loins are accusing you of such heinous crimes because of their political affiliation? That's poppycock, sir.
I call poppycock on Me Too.
Right. It said Roeber has represented Missouri's 34th district since 2019, when he filled his late wife's seat after she died that July of injuries from a car crash. Did she really get into a car crash?
Hello, McFlizzle.
He then ran unopposed in 2020 Republican primary. Did she get into a car crash? I want to know. Allegedly.
Hello.
In September, the 2 of Robert's children spoke publicly to Kansas City Star editorial about the abuse that they said they endured as children in the 1990s. Despite the editorial, Robert beat his Democratic opponent by 301 votes, but was still expelled from the Republican caucus when his term began. According to the Star.
Hold on. So you mean to tell me
they voted him in while he was going through the litigation?
So y'all know he's a child predator. You know he's a child molester. So y'all voted for a child molester? Missouri, y'all voted for a child molester. I want that to be heard. You voted for a child molester. Okay.
Not long after the election, 3 of Roeber's children wrote to Missouri House Speaker Rob Vescosville detailing their abuse and asking him to hold their father accountable. Dang, they going to people outside the family? He must have been a poop of a guy. He must have been pretty shitty.
Well, yeah, if you're fondling your daughters,
I'm talking about,
makes you...
But shitty, like just over the top.
You can't get no more shittier than touching on your daughter.
Well, usually, like when people do the abuse like that, they compensate by like being overly nice and get, you know what I'm saying, on the outside, you know what I'm saying, family trips, vacations, gifts, that kind of thing, to disguise that kind of thing.
I'm sure they probably did all of that.
Right. Please do what's right, not just for us, but for all of those in Missouri who have suffered, and all the children you have sworn to protect, the siblings wrote, according to the project. In December, the Missouri House announced that it would investigate accusations once Roeber took office in January. From February through April, the committee heard a testimony from his former wife and 3 children who were not named, but rather identified as child 1, 2, 3, and 4. The witnesses known as child 1, adopted in 1984.
Bingo. What's his name? Oh,
this dude is a scumbag. During the testimony, his adopted daughter said that Roeber groomed her very young. Scumbag.
Is she? Hold up,
but this is what I'm saying. Why is they using this common, those kind of people pedophile languages?
Is she Asian?
He treated her more like a companion. When he would ride in the car, he'd have his hands on her upper thigh just to rubbing it, she testified. After he sexually abused her in a living room in 1990, she told the committee he warned her that if she told anyone that she would ruin the family because he would get in a bunch of trouble and go to prison. Well, she said that she informed her mother of the sexual abuse in 1993 and that she reported it to the police, who declined to press charges. Wow, it gets deeper. I was gonna stop this story and skip, but this is juicy.
She's definitely from another country.
Yes. She added that when she was 15, Roeber met her as she was exiting the school bus and tried to apologize for the sexual abuse, adding that he was in a blackout from his alcoholism. Roeber would also whip his children with a belt, they testified. Child 3 described Roeber as a bully, said that after Roeber became sober, that the abuse didn't let up, Roeber said. Witnesses told the committee that Child 3 received 185 beatings. All 4 witnesses testified that Child 2, who did not speak to the committee, received the worst of the abuse. Child 4 described Child 2 as broken, said as the whole family suffered hellish nightmare. Man, this dude is a demon, ghoul, goblin.
I told you that.
Look at this face again.
Once you was fondling, fam, you're a no holds barred, man. You'll do anything.
Just look at that face again.
That's the face of a pedophile.
All right, I'm sick of hearing all of these atrocities, because you know what? I gotta say, this is some real demonization here. I haven't heard this kind of, not but you know what you ain't hearing. See, there's a trick to it.
Definitely a trick to it.
The trick to it, y'all, is they're gonna talk real bad about it. Because I'm telling you, I'm not hearing. I ain't no charges. Ain't no charges.
Ain't no charges. And he might just continue to go on as being a politician with nothing.
I'm reading and I don't see charges.
Yeah, ain't no charges.
Roper's children say they are still healing from the traumatic childhood and abuse that has splintered the family. To have someone that you are trusting as your parent to treat you in that manner and to not treat you like a child takes away from your innocence, his adopted daughter said in her testimony, according to reports. No charges. There wasn't anything that said charge in here.
There wasn't. They did say charges that weren't filed. That there were no charges pressed in 1993 when she came forward. They had pressed charges in 93. You think now, all these years later, they're gonna backtrack and be like, yeah, now charges.
Wow, dude.
Where you at? Me too.
Dude, we done read some articles, but this one is like, wow.
Where you at? Me too.
All right, man. J Lava, man, Keep It P podcast, man. Real quick news for you, man, just to kind of give you an idea. Just to give you an idea of the people that you're dealing with, man. You know, the hypocrisy out here, man. Sometimes people don't, like my grandma used to say, don't think fat meat is greasy.
It's that palm-colored privilege out here.
Man, did you hear that whole
ECP?
That's an article full of mayo, y'all. Notice that there was no charges in the game. They didn't talk about no punishment nowhere. Whew.
Maybe an expulsion.
I gotta calm down after that.
Expulsion.
That one right there, boy. Whew.
JLava.com.
TZVonSavage.com.
Keep It P podcast.com. Master P said get your own.
So we did.
You understand? Melanated people, download that. Just go to TZVonSavage.com. JLava.com. You can get on the melanated people there. Pinterest, you got interest. Black Holocaust. TZVonSavage.com. Also,
wow.
I got a celebrity.
LeBron Jameson?
There you go. Yeah, he perpetuates the demasculation of the Black American male.
Terrible.
Got receipts. Go check it out.
Where can they find that at? TZVonSavage.com? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Love, peace, and blessings. Aloha.
Peace. And we out. Take these young commercials.
Music TV.
That doesn't get old.
How did you know?
I do not know, Master.
You do not know. You have been to the movies again, I see. Leroy, this is not a punishment. You have touched the final level. You knew without knowing. We have finished our journey together.
Okay, I was in the institution, I definitely belong here. And now that I'm here, I'ma change the game. I've always been here, I'ma tell you what's wrong here. The industry changing, your content strange. But I'm good, and I'm straight. I'm from the land of the 10,000 lakes. I know you wish you could, but some can't. I learned from my mistakes and I done felt all the breaks. Learned to cut the grass real fast for the snakes. Learn to give a little bit more than I take. Too many times I score back, break, pump, fake. Man, I knew it was something, couldn't ignore it, it was fake. But
All of your misconceptions, you thought I would miss my blessings. All of your misconceptions, you thought I ain't never gonna stop this shit, man. Me, baby, you crazy.
Look, I was once lost but found me. I had so many people around me, almost drowned me. It astounds me like the level of deceit when your people try to play you like somebody in the street. Like even when you praise him and you try to see him eat. Not to mention all the shit you did to get him on his feet. Kid, the thoughts get crazier, I put him on repeat. Thinking shit was all gravy, but it wasn't really sweet.
Even hula hooping through loopholes, working around shit.
Even had a nigga try to rebrand my business on some clown shit.
Thought I would miss my blessings, my blessing.
Look.
Even hula hooping through loopholes, working around shit.
scared now because you got a pistol, motherfucker?
I got PayPal, Cash App, Zelly, Chime. I hope you got yours, cause I got mine. I'm talking Payoneer, Netspin, Venmo, Stash. Too many ways for you to run my cash. Check reparation, 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 check. Yeah, well if you talking compensation, it's about that time. You get everybody there's about to see down. All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down.